What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about Mikkel, the Hyperpolyglot. Now, you might be like, Evildea, didn't you make a video about him recently? No, I didn't. You guys thought I did, but you can't prove that. But yes, I am going to be talking about him again. So why am I talking about him? Well, I need content, and he's just great for content. Let's just be realistic, okay? Mikkel is like a content generator, and due to the fact that he generates so much content, he becomes content. I've in fact started making a playlist on him, so if you haven't checked out my previous videos, here you go. Here is the history between me and Mikkel. It goes back, it's like a true stalking relationship. I follow him around the interwebs, and he ignores my total existence. And I'm not joking about that. I think the closest he's ever got to mentioning me or the videos I made was about haters with anime profile names. And I think he said something about dicks, but I can't remember. But anyway, like, that's the closest he ever got to referring to me. So, anyway, why am I talking about him again? What's Mikkel done this time, okay? Well, it's not what he's done this time. It's what he still hasn't fucking done, man. Okay, so, you remember a while back, I made this video. It's called Mikkel, Where's My 3-Month Japanese Update? For those who are new to the lore and don't want to go back and watch the entire history of this saga, I'll give you a summary, which is basically that video, by the way. That video is basically a summary, but this is a video that's coming out a lot further after that one. So, Mikkel dropped a video roughly 10 months ago. Yep, we're up to 10 months now, where he said, Japanese in 3 months experiment, okay? Now, why is this big? Why is this important? Because Mikkel is the Hyperpolyglot who has a YouTube channel which literally has in the goddamn banner, learn any language in 3 months, and he uppercase the any, just in case you didn't understand, this meant any language. Learn any language in 3 months, and he claims to speak 12 languages, okay? So, he is out here on the interweb selling the bullshit idea that you could learn any language in 3 months. Does he define what any language is? No, but I assume it means any language. Does he define what learn is in this instance? No, but the implication is that Jesus Christ, my English. The implication is that you will be speaking a language, at least to a fluency level. Now, that's what I'm assuming. That's what he talks about, okay, in his videos. So anyway, he dropped a video. Let me just find it again. Okay, yeah, so he dropped a video 10 months ago telling the entire universe that he was going to learn Japanese in 3 months, and literally a big portion of this video was him shitting on people saying you can't do it. He was like, people say you can't do this, but, you know, they're just limited type of thing. You know, that's literally how he was talking. Like, he was scoffing at the fact that people said you couldn't learn a language like Japanese in 3 months if you did not speak a related language. Good luck finding a related language with Japanese, unless you happen to be born in a very specific community. But anyway, so he dropped this video, and as you can see, this is his face right there. He's staring upon me, and I'm staring upon his lips, and I think there's a love relationship happening here. But anyway, he said, Japanese 3-month experiment, 1 to 2 hours a day, not full-time. He stressed that because his methods for learning a language in 3 months, they don't take all day. Guys, you're pretty shit if you need all day to learn a language in 3 months, okay? Just 1 to 2 hours should be enough. You know, it's not even 2 hours. It's like 1 to 2. You can take some time off, okay? Because, you know, you got family, friends, hobbies, other languages, you know. If you're spending 1 to 2 hours to learn one language in 3 months, why the fuck wouldn't you just do like 4 or 5? But anyway, daily updates with specific details. Ooh, this got me like... When I watched this made me linguistically hard, okay? Weekly videos trying to speak to the camera, 1 hour conversation video after 12 weeks. Now, when he dropped this video, my respect levels for him went up a notch. Because here was a man making bold-ass claims, not bald, bold, okay? Bold-ass claims, bold-ass, it doesn't matter. Anyway, making really like... bold claims, okay, about learning a language in a small time frame, and now he was going to slap his meat on the table for all to see and show that in 3 months you could reach the pinnacle of hyperpolyglotism. And you would see this all happen at 1 to 2 hours a day, okay? So he was not holding back, and I was like, bro, if you fully believe this, if you can actually do this, I will raise my hood and shave my head for you, my man. And that doesn't really mean too much because I'm not far off of being shaved anyway. But like my point being is like I was actually impressed that someone would, you know, make this type of bold ass claim on the internets. I don't know why now. I've reviewed so many hyperpolyglots and bullshitterglots, etc., now that it's just, I'm actually surprised now at the fact that people can just sit there, stare at you, and just lie. Just like straight up lie. Like, I did not know people could just lie so well. Like, I suck in that department. Anyway, I started watching him drop the videos, and he actually did. He legit started dropping videos. Like, look at this, okay? I'll jump to this part of the video. In my previous video, where it was like, Japanese 2,000 words fast, day 5 update, and I believe it got to day 20. He got to a day 20 update, and then everything just went quiet on the Mikkel front. He started talking about other things not related to Japanese, and I figured, oh, well, you know, he's not going to do a video every single day because it's going to be, you know, you're not going to see too much progress in a day. But then again, if you're learning a language within 3 months, you should be seeing some pretty damn good progress in every day. But that was besides the point. I figured he was just going to span them out a bit more, you know, put some more time into it. And I realistically believe by the end of his challenge, he would be walking away with, I don't know, like, maybe, like, for that 1 hour conversation, because he's a smart guy, speaks multiple languages, he could probably craft the conversation to make him look like somewhere around a B1, maybe B2 level type of thing, when realistically he would be like an A2 level, maybe an A1 plus type thing, because he would be able to focus on just that conversation. Because all you got to do is produce a 1 hour video after 3 months, yeah? But he just stopped. He just legitimately just stopped making videos. And then when people started asking, hey, where's the Japanese update? He just deleted their comments. And like, I was like, holy shit, I even asked and my comments got deleted. So I started making videos, okay? Because I don't like when people start putting out bullshit on the interwebs, especially around languages. And then around the 3-5 month mark, I can't remember, I dropped this video here going, Mikkel, where's the 3-month Japanese update? Now, this actually caused a little bit of a stir. It got his attention for about 2 seconds, and he made a video where he kind of responded, but also didn't. Basically, he was just saying, just ignore the haters. They're out here to bring you down, and that's because they suck and they're not good at languages, blah, blah, blah. And he said, you know, all these people with anime names and fucking handles with Big Dick Johnny M and stuff like that. You know, like, he was just randomly saying shit in that. But it was like, it was obviously a veiled reference to the people asking him about the Japanese update, because at this point we're 5 months into a 3-month Japanese a Japanese challenge, okay? He's already late. Now, if he just came out and said, oh, well, you know, I had some real life stuff to do. I'll do the challenge again in the future with a different language. I'd be like, okay, well, that's totally possible. Like, in 3 months, you know, anything could have happened, you know? An important member of the family could have passed on. Anything's possible. So, like, if a challenge ends early, I'm not going to hold it against you as long as you just say, look, I'm ending this early due to X, Y reasons, or even just saying, I'm ending it early due to personal reasons. I'll be like, yeah, okay, that's cool, whatever. I look forward to you trying the challenge again, type of thing. But no, there was none of that. It was just decimate any comment, any question, anything about it, and ignore all critique. So then eventually my team, we did an investigation into him and his 12 language claims. Turns out he doesn't speak 12 languages. So yeah, it's basically, it's starting to fall apart, this whole mystique around him. But he's the smartest hyperpolyglot of all the hyperpolyglots who are bullshitterglots that I've investigated, because he just ignores the drama. Which is great. It means I can make content and he's not going to do anything about it. And that's where this like little video led here, because that was just based off of one of his thumbnails, which was just fucking funny. But anyway, why am I making this video again? You know, fucking after how many months? 10 months now? Because when I made this 3-month update, I actually made like a secret little promise to myself that every 3 months I'll just drop a video and go, hey Mikkel, where's my Japanese update? And I'll just keep doing this until the guy actually legitimately went out and learned Japanese. Or he ignored me. Like, I imagined that I'd be doing like 3 months in, 6 months in, 9 months in, 2 years in. Bro, people started Japanese after you and are now completely fluent type of thing, you know? I'd probably look for people who started literally after his update and, you know, interview them or something. But I can imagine me, you know, one day in the retirement home, freaking 90 years old, raging in the corner going, where's the goddamn Japanese update, Mikkel? And like having the nurse come along and go, come on, Evildea, settle down, take your pills. And I'll be like, no, not until I get the Japanese update. And she'll be like, what are you talking about? On the YouTubes, he promised. And she'll be like, YouTube shut down 50 years ago, Evildea. And I'll be like, does that mean I'll never get my Japanese update? Like, yeah, I can imagine me just, like, milking the shit out of this for content. Like, this is just gonna keep going. Until even Mikkel makes a video where one day he's like, just shut the fuck up, Evildea. I gave up, okay? Bro, I gave up because I'm too much of a bitch. I can't do my own challenge. And the learn any language in 3 months is technically meant to be, if you're a hyperpolyglot, learn any Romance, Germanic, possibly Slavic language in 3 months to a shitty level, okay? You happy now? Like, that's what I was kind of like waiting for him to do one day, but I assume it's never gonna come, so instead I'm just gonna farm him for content. And I guess, oh, you might be asking, why didn't I make the 6-month, request? Well, the first video was actually after 5 months, so why didn't I make another one 3 months later type of thing? Because I literally just forgot. I was too busy just roasting other polyglots type of thing. So, I'm back now. Evildea is back. He's ready to continue on the Mikkel saga. This will be, I guess, the 10th month of his 3-month challenge request for an update. So, well, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you all in the next video, and if you're not there, I'll make a video about you, so make sure you're there and you're subbed, or I'll sub you. What could that mean? I sub you. I, like, replace you or something? I turn you into a subway? I'll leave it up to the imagination.